Today, I'm going to go over all the food I ate when I was on my trip to Idaho, and I'm going to rate everything I ate. So let's get started. Welcome to the Bold Encourager. I'm Rebecca. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new to my channel, please go ahead, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I appreciate your support. So this is episode 3 of my Idaho trip, and I'm going to talk about what I ate, and I'm going to rate it so that you know if you're in these areas, you can try out the food yourself and decide if you agree with my food ratings. On the way to Idaho from northern Nevada, we stopped in a little town called Elko, Nevada. And I wanted to go somewhere that I could find good Yelp reviews on, but we ended up in a parking lot. We didn't have a lot of choices. We saw this place called Maddie's Taphouse and Grill, so we decided to give it a try. I was with my mother-in-law, by the way. So what we found was it was actually really good. So Yelp rated it 3 stars out of 5, and I think it had more to do with the service than it did with the food. The service wasn't terrible, but it took a while for someone to come to get us from the front, and then it took a while between meals to get the food and get someone to come to our table. So it wasn't terrible service, it just wasn't great, but the food was really, really good. So what we ate there was I had a French melt sandwich with brew fries. That's right, brew fries. They are battered in beer brew. So it's a beer kind of batter, and oh wow, amazing. And then my mother-in-law had a Clubhouse sandwich. So what we did was we split the 2 sandwiches. Basically, we both had the brew fries, and we split the sandwiches so we could taste both the Clubhouse sandwich and the French melt. So I would say the French melt with the brew fries, 100%. If you're going to rate it on the Yelp review, 5 stars, so good. If you're going to do it on the 10 scale, I would give the French melt meal a 9.2. It was really, really good. The dressing that you dip it in, it was so amazing. And the brew fries are very unique, so I highly recommend getting brew fries, especially if you're doing a cheat meal. The Clubhouse sandwich was good. It wasn't as good as the French melt, so I would give it a 7.5. So standard Clubhouse sandwich, good, but nothing to write home about, nothing different. But the brew fries, 100%, was really, really good. So that probably brought up the rating on the meal just because those were so good. So highly recommend, if you're in the area of Elko, Nevada, stopping at Maddie's Taphouse Grill. Amazing. So the next place I'm going to talk about is Elevation 486. So this place, I would say it was 4 stars rated on Yelp. The experience overall, I agree with that. It's definitely a 4 out of 5. Service was great. The food was pretty good too. The food wasn't like outstanding like the first place, but the food was really good. And I would say that the whole experience of being outside and being on the patio with the umbrellas and then having the view of the canyon is what makes that place the best. So Elevation 486 is in Twin Falls, Idaho. It was recommended by the hotel front desk to go here, and they were 100% right. It was amazing view, great service, the food was good. So what we ate while we were there was crispy Idaho potato skins with melted cheddar and bacon. Yeah, we had to do that because, hey, we're in Idaho. We have to have some kind of potatoes, right? So it was the crispy Idaho potato skins with melted cheddar and bacon that we had there. And then we kind of we had done a hike, so we wanted to try a lot of little things. So then we just did some appetizers and shared a meal. Then there was a ginger chicken pot stickers. Those were good. It came with a dipping sauce, with ginger soy dipping sauce. It's Asian, so I'm a little more picky when it comes with Asian because I am half Korean. It was good, but not like amazing like most when Asian restaurants do a kind of a specialty. It's not as good as that, but it's good. So I would rate the pot stickers at I give that a 7.2. It's good, but not great. And then I would give the potato skins, they were good, but I wasn't like super impressed. I'd probably give those a 7.5. The other thing that we ate was the Elevation 486 cheeseburger with onion rings. The burger was really good. It was a standard burger with onion rings. The onion rings had a great crunch to them. The burger had a great flavor to them. It was very simple but very good. Can't go wrong with a burger in certain places. So I would give that a little bit of a higher score and give an 8.1. So that place was really, really good. I would highly recommend it for the fact that you cannot go very many places and have such a great view like that. Definitely worth going there. We went during in between lunch and dinner time, so they had the bar menu out. Probably would have had more choices had we come for specifically lunch or dinner. But the bar menu has a lot of options. Service was great. So I would give it, if it was based on the overall experience on Yelp, it would be a 4 out of 5, just like Yelp said. And then I would say, if I'm going to rate it on a scale, let's give it a 9.3. The view and the service, good food, makes it higher because that's what we sometimes go to restaurants for, is the experience, right? So highly recommend going to that place. So the next place is Cloverleaf Creamery, and this is in Buhl, Idaho. They also had one in Twin Falls, Idaho, but we went to Buhl, Idaho's location because it was closer to the hotel that we were staying at. I would recommend this place for dessert because they make their own milk, they make their own yogurt and cheese. Dairy is a very huge strength of Idaho because they have so many farms. This particular creamery got 5 stars in Yelp, and when we went there, I would agree with the 5 stars because the ice cream was so good. It melted so quick because it was so soft. It was so naturally made, you could tell. I believe it was called Elf Tracks is the ice cream we had, but it had chocolate and peanut butter in it. Really, really good. It was crowded. A lot of people were there. I would highly recommend this place. Really enjoyed it. People were nice there. So 5 stars for sure on Yelp. If you're gonna rate it as far as ice cream goes, 9.4 on the ice cream. It was really, really good. The waffle cones were really good. There was a lot of choices for dairy products if you wanted to take anything home. Overall experience was so good. I would recommend, if you're in the Idaho area, in Twin Falls, Idaho area, go to the Buhl or the Twin Falls Cloverleaf Creamery. You will not regret it. So the last place I'm going to talk about is also in Elko, Nevada, because on our way back home, we stopped at this place called Wingers in Elko, Nevada. We were thinking about going back to Maddies, but they were closed on Sunday, so we had to look for the restaurants that were open on Sunday on the way back. We ended up eating a lot of leftovers, so this was not the only food we ate. Whatever we didn't eat from the meals that I talked about before, we just ate the leftovers in the hotel room. So they did not go to waste, and they still tasted good, even when it was cold and then warmed up, so great places to eat. But the last place we went to was Wingers, and this was in Elko, Nevada. I would say it had a 3-star in Yelp. I think it was because of the service as well. The service wasn't the greatest. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great, and then the food was really good. So the service, when we first got there, it took a while for someone to come get us and sit us down, and it took a while for the food and everything, which I don't mind waiting on food at all. It's just, I think when people come to the restaurant, I've worked in restaurants before, you typically try to get them seated right away, just so they feel welcome at the restaurant. And if you don't do that, it does make people feel unwelcome. So that might have been why they might have gotten lower stars in Yelp. But if we're not judging the service, because sometimes service can be tough. but the food was really good there. My mother-in-law and I got 2 different things. I didn't really try hers, so I can't really give too much comment on that. But I did have the 3 sticky fingers tacos, and I had a salad with it. Now, the sticky fingers, you can put any flavor you want on them. And I went with the teriyaki one, but it came with a miso, ginger, coleslaw, pico de gallo. You can do the chips with a salsa, or you can do it with guacamole. You can do the chips with a queso fresco or a Southwest crema. I went with a salad instead of the chips and salsa, but they still brought the chips and salsa out, so I took those to go. I thought the salsa was okay. It wasn't big on the salsa, but the tacos were really good. It had like a Southwest dressing on them with the teriyaki sauce and then the little coleslaw on the top. That was really good. It had a little bit of spice to it, but I like a little bit of spice, just not too much spice. So I would rate those tacos. The salad, of course, was just a normal salad, but the tacos were something special. So I would give those an 8.4. They were really, really good. Just a little kick of spice. Nothing like too different about it to make it super unique, but good food. And my mother-in-law said she enjoyed her Clubhouse sandwich that she got garlic fries with, and there was a lot of garlic on those fries. I did try one fry from the garlic fries, and the garlic fries had a lot of flavor, which I love to have garlic on my garlic fries. Yeah, your breath doesn't smell great, but the flavor was really good. If I was going to give the rating to garlic fries, I would give it, because it had more garlic and butter on it and had more of that flavor, definitely an 8.2 on that one. So great food there too. Service wasn't the greatest, but hey, if I was going to rate it on Yelp, I'd probably get a 3.5 just because of the service being okay. But yeah, really good time there as well. So great food everywhere I went. I had some good food. I usually don't eat like that. There was definitely some cheap meals there while I was on vacation, but typically I would not eat that food on an everyday basis. But when you're on vacation, you gotta really enjoy it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, if you haven't followed me on social media, please follow me on social media. The links will be down below. And every Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I will post a new fun video, so you don't want to miss it. So go ahead and hit that notification bell. Well, I hope you have an amazing day, and I hope you stay encouraged.